Hello? Are we working? Is this working? Whoa! Whoa! Oh my goodness, I am having so much difficulty today. I am not myself today. Hello, how are we all? Happy New Year. I have not seen it. Haven't streamed for quite a bit now. My apologies. My doing. I've just been so busy with things, man. I've got 2 little birds now. They're just, I hope they don't make a fuss. One of them has been so, tricky to manage. But we digress. Anyways. So I was hanging out yesterday, and this game was recommended to me, and it piqued my interest, so I thought I should give it a shot. So today we are going to be playing the KFC dating simulator. Why do I do this? I guess we should just get into it. Finger licking good, dating simulator. I also have had to postpone streaming because I am recovering from tonsillitis. Every single time I get tonsillitis, I go to the doctor and they say, "Oh, we'll get them removed next time you get tonsillitis." And that has been said for over a decade. And they just never take them out, so there's no point. I never get sick unless it's tonsillitis, so I guess this counts. Anyways, let's play I Love You Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. New game. Welcome, chef. Before we get started, tell us your name. What is your name? You can call me Min. Whoa, why am I in all capitals? Oh. Whoa. I need to turn this down just a little bit. I can't hear anything. Okay, we do this. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up. Now! Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep. That is so annoying, oh my god. Smack that clock up and at him. Throw the clock out the window, stay in bed forever. That's exactly what I do. You slept through the school year and I slept through the school year? I slept for a whole year? That's crazy. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. Game over already? Let's try that again. Okay, my bad. I'll get up. Whatever. Well, it's peaceful and serene. You can stay in the moment forever. You can wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to slip in. Smack that clock. Up and at 'em. Yeah. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School. Academy for Learning. Also, what K-pop group is this on my wall? Is that a KFC box of jewelry? I love this so much. What the hell? Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You'll need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. I need to take this seriously. I need to meet the Colonel Sanders. Also, I'm praying that the volumes are okay. Okay. had to fix my settings. I better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth, brushed. Hair, combed. Pits, deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door and head off to class. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. What is that? What? What was that? Is that a scone? Did I eat a scone for breakfast? Wait, go back. What? Okay. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Min. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Nah, I used to get that when I took my cooking classes. We had to do a cultural showcase, and I spent hours on. So I'm part Sri Lankan, and a thing that my grandma taught me to make is Sri Lankan milk toffee, which is basically hours upon hours of stirring non-stop, and it has to be hands. Sorry, that was one of my birds. Has to be hand stirred, and I did that and showcased my love for it, and I failed because she didn't like the taste of milk toffee. So much for a cultural showcase. Anyways, I am Miriam. Classic Miriam, raised by MasterChef parents. She's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies, playing together, and you rescued me from that quicksand box. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. Sorry, that sound effect caught me off guard. But with University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning... Can we abbreviate this? Is there any way to abbreviate that? But with University of Cooking School, okay. UCSAL. I can't. Let's just abbreviate it to school. But with school... No, but with school's famous 3-day only semester... What? 3 days semesters? That's crazy. I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. Sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. What? This game is crazy. This has to be satire, man. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? I'm gonna pep talk her. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looks spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? Oh my god, my friend loves tarot. They're actually the one that recommended me to play this game yesterday. if they're watching right now. I've been waiting so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. They are killer. I can't believe that. Can you believe I cut them myself? Yes. Yes, exactly! Exactly, oh my god, this game gets me. You can definitely believe it. I can't believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! Oh my god, of course they spell Ashley like that. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. Oh my god. You leave why is my name in all capitals? Hello? You leave Min's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. That is a tongue twister. Oh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. Yes! You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Exactly! Oh my god! This game is awesome! If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at you at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van! Whoa, who is this guy? You rang? What is this game? What the hell? I don't know what's going on anymore. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have just been as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You think they just hand us our diplomas now? Maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. You cooked from that, so I'll let that slide, Ashley. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. What is that? These sound effects, they're catching me off guard, man. As you approach the door, you see a goofy looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. What? I'm not... See, I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think he means thank you. My name's Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at this school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Min. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me or is he kind of cute? No! I think it's just you. This is the most relatable main character ever. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. Who's that on the wall? Is that a drawing of a bucket? That's crazy. Oh my god! Home. Anyways, you stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. What? A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable! It's a talking dog. Now, quiet down everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly, someone close a window. And then, he walks in. Oh my god, he's so hot. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't handle it anymore. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! It's... Well, if it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks through the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be sweaty sweats a lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before faucet pits. Oh wait, yeah, that's what the Americans call a sink. Before sink pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second, nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class, and what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Min sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Okay! Take a moment to clean yourself up. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot! Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologues? Interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. And are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students, that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across the town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Whoa, it's a clanker! The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking, based on what I'm picking up here. You definitely need a multivitamin. Vitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. Actually, I do. I think I am still sick. That's fine. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. Oh my god, my voice. Anyways, you decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Is this better? I'm so sorry. No one's in chat, so I have no idea if volumes are good or not. Beef treat, rubber ball, chicken snack. Beef treat. You reach beneath your apron and return with it a small bit of beef jerky in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. Beef? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I would never eat that. You clearly don't belong here. Please remove your apron and then remove yourself from this class and this school. Right, again. Do I have to start from the start? Was I meant to save? Oh. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Give me a sec, hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's skip through this. I should have known to pick the chicken. Chicken snack. His favorite. Well, I think there might be some competition for new star students. The very professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Delicious. Yeah. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds... I didn't mean to... Okay. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey man, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested. Colonel Sanders! You moved to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect, upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me the seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yeah, quit about me. Shut up. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely! That's right. Forest is a treat as chickens is to feather. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Spork. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? That's right. Sprinkle's a good boy. The talking dog that teaches at culinary, he's the best boy. Yes. That score is perfect. I'll be honest, did you cheat? No. What a guess. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess. Yeah, beautiful. What dignity. You scored some major Colonel Sanders points. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. The Stewart cafeteria. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've... Makes sense that people dedicated to cooking without eating. Whoa, my microphone. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles at the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. You smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? That about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy folks, I'd like to make an announcement. Hey Awith, it's about lunch. Yeah! I'm listening to this guy. But shh. Lunch, yeah, she said shh. In honor of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. Aha! That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Whoa! You can see the steam coming off of it. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. You should start a restaurant. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What do you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case of one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone is laughing in a sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley is prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful, and I knew at that moment only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he's destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh please. Well Van the Madman, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on, I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone, please. My fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Hello? One of my birds says hello. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Savor the moment and everything that tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim toward the light? No. I'm gonna savor the moment. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that could only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? Yeah. After tasting his food, you try and get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I was wondering if I could talk. I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. Whoa! It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. I will be right back, hold on. That is so much better. Okay. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got it, Moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use... It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow! You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again, howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you've got big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Be modest but thoughtful. Make him show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea. Yes. You know about that. I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe, and you think you can do better? Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne? I don't know my peppers, but that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients into my secret recipe and expect to improve it. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to. Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes, Min. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. That certainly didn't go as planned. You better head back inside, but you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. Oh man, I messed it up with the guy! You step into the massive cooking arena. No way! Yes! Yes way, I'm playing it. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place, it's magnificent! Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything. Except maybe kisses to the crowd effect. Help, I'm playing Call of the Lamb Stop. Well, we're both playing games that involve food. I can be your background noise, don't worry. Except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans. You're going to earn them. Fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today's lesson we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Gonna be my partner? Oh! Sure, Min, I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Oh my, two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who I'd choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you'll pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Clank! Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. Oh, my bad. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Holy moly. Hold on there, fella, we don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Issue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. I get to cook a meal with the hottest guy in the world. Alright you two, for today's lesson we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes are gravy. Octopus. I was thinking about trying something exotic. Maybe a dish that incorporates octopus in some way? I'm more of a down home type chef myself. What about something that, go with me here, walks on land? Actually, there are certain species of octopus that do leave the water. For instance, have you heard of the octopus actualitas? It leaves the water to hunt for crab. An octopus that walks up front and hunts crabs? Now I've heard everything. The world is truly a marvelous place, isn't it? Octopus? Crab? It sounds like you're describing one of my signature dishes. Are you trying to steal my thunder? Boys, what's with all the hostility? I'm sorry, that was a reference to something and I'm not allowed to say what it is. What's with all the hostility? Has the competition been moved up today? How dare you try and muscle in on my culinary territory? Nobody better touch a cephalopod without getting through me first. Let's have a Pokemon battle. I think there's been a misunderstanding. Nobody's muscling in on any mollusks. We're simply discussing today's assignment. You could cut the tension in here with a chef's knife, which makes sense because chef's knives are usually pretty sharp. Look, we were just talking. I'll happily step back from any and all seafood. You know what? I'm just gonna make mashed potatoes and gravy. I know my grandmother's recipe by heart. Keep the tentacles. It honestly feels like I'm in a Pokemon battle right now. Oh my god. You begin to peel and boil potatoes and try to extricate yourself from this thorny situation, but your new rivals aren't having it. I doubt that you even have the capabilities to work with ingredients so delicate. You should probably stick to microwavable dishes. Unlike my friend Van, though he may be the man, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worth admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that's positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about that makes sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. And if Min and Van are both so inclined to the sea, perhaps they should go there together. Ashley, are you suggesting I share the secrets of my special saltwater sauce with this novice? I'm disappointed in all of you. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in time of need. Turn to Miriam. Turn to Colonel. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of this class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me, isn't that right? Sometimes conflict can actually build character. I wouldn't want you to shy away from a bit of healthy competition with our peers, Min. Wow, is he just not that into you? You think a gentleman would defend you in a situation like this? Did you do something to offend him at some point? You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes in a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavour. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well, while your attention was elsewhere. I have an idea. Is this the potato gravy and the fried chicken? Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which he pours a smooth brown gravy smothering a nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Hell yeah! Food fight! Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there. Min, we do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I have potato face?
Van rushes over, a covered dish in his hands. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my speciality. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky sweet saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late, it's been eaten. Kill him. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! What the? Everyone step back, don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slapped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Empty. Tastes like poison.
The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. Last bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone into reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. What? That's crazy. I'm not sure the professor's here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. We're getting our nighttime date. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in Pod's neon glow and speaks softly. Mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them reminded me why I became so passionate passionate about food to be. Hold on. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him developing feelings for him. Sanders? Yes, Min? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! There's something I need to tell you first. Oh jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, shut up, I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I am the hero. What? This game is a fever dream. The spork monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. We'll not let harm come to another student, except for that ghost kid. I kind of dropped the ball on that. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. See, is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Oh my god! Defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you choose? Reputation. You close your eyes tight, but then open one just enough to squint and see the spork monster across the battlefield. For some reason, this makes you feel more prepared for what comes next. Spork monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. Is this better? I'm so sorry. You take 1 damage. Fat lot of good that defense that did. You decide to go on the attack. Cook with love. Does 1 damage. Spork monster won't forget this. Spork monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating however you spawn. You decide to go on the attack. Cook with love. Go on the attack once again. You take 2 damage. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I'm going to attack again. Invulnerable. Ultimate attack. Villain! Your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Hot pie power pinch! Whoa! Wait, your shirt came undone a bit. Hot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork monster is defeated.
You saved me. Why?
An injured spork monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy. Finish him! No student will ever walk the court in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. Attack. He'll never survive my student loan debt. Student debt loan destruction. Does 10 damage. Spork monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, Min. The defeated monster leaves behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. I'm so sorry if I don't seem like on my game today. I am very, very tired. I did not get a good sleep last night. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from the battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Whoa! The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Whoa! Whoa! You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably because he already trusts you so much. Oh, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? Well, we definitely connected yesterday. Ah, you sure did. You're great, why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. Yeah, you have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that, a secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden, where I was wondering, this can't be good. He told me about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it will be much use to anyone. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think you should... I'm protecting it. You quickly think of a fake ingredient. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, it sounded like some witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow! Her eyes light up imagining such a flavor, and you figured that you've satisfied her curiosity and that she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. But before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Run to him. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up on the back of a stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movements surprise the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness you see a vision. Ooh, Min, I am here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget it, the world could end. So you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times, and that name is. But before he can continue, you suddenly awake. Oh jeez, you awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices, or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Lean in for a kiss! Whoa, you've known him for a day, are you sure? I guess you might be. You put your arms around Colonel Sanders' neck and pull him in for a kiss, but he turns his face and you awkwardly kiss his ear. You can feel him shudder. No! Too soon. Your soul crawls inside of itself and you instantly die of embarrassment. Try again. Where do I have to go from? Oh my goodness. Guess I can get a breather, make up a fake ingredient. Stand back and admire him. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You were struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his own way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beauty you have! What a horseful beauty you have! Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Min just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping! They got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van, are doing something really bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over Van's hunking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one, I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make a bee and mind your own wax, honey? You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You making the rules? I'm not sure. Oh, my bad. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity, it takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. Is this Team Rocket over here? You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom, and its contents are a secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for your class. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such a language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. Anyways, I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely, he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. Well, I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're all ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains. Sorry. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was the chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you missed most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Min? Naturally, this appears to you to be a simple platter. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper. A brightly coloured pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the... Is it just me, or does this look exactly like IX the Nihility? Or is it XI? The Eon of Nihility from Honkai Star Rail. My friend, ooh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... As I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work though. To fulfill the prophecy, you feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man. You come to and find... That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes, I'm sure... Wait, what? We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared. Timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Min. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students. Please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words "timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had us chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. 100C. That's alright, how would you even got into school without knowing that? When it gets to rub my furry belly, let that enticing offer motivate you. You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know if Colonel Sanders have it. 11. That's right, you might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most gratitude? Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Oh my god, this is stressful. That would be a great time. Where does it come from? You're showing, you're not gonna miss it. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. When it's the sound of the success, silence. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that I need to stop and breathe for a second. Oh my goodness. This music is great though. My cheeks hurt from smiling so much. Anyways, you notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Min. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now, all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. What were you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition. You're stranded on a desert island with only one desert cookbook. Which would you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. Wedding vows. What does that have to do with crafting particular fried delicate baked biscuit? Ew, what the what? Is that normal? Fried chicken and biscuits? Maybe it's an American thing. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do the cracker, I'm looking this up. I'm sorry, but biscuits and gravy, fried chicken. That's a scone. Is this an American thing? Am I experiencing culture shock? Well, in my country, we call that a scone, and it is a dessert, a sweet thing. Biscuit in Australia is just another word for cookie. Like cookie, like chocolate chip cookies, like Americans would say. Biscuits do not go with gravy. They do not go with chicken. But whatever. I don't like this. This is such a culture shock. I don't like it. Anyways, we digress. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Min does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious that error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Man, no! But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck, and it's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad, and here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Min's injury. What? My bad. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared? Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find an array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells the story of excellence. I was going to ask Min to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hands. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside you find a delicate fried cheese, croquette, atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways in, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger to his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something in his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Put yourself. You reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement. It's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. What? Try again. I'm gonna have to start from the start of the day, aren't I? Oh my goodness. Oh, thank God. You're on. C. 11. Gratitude. Small town. Silence. Winking. Wedding vows. Internalize the rage. Your rage burns so intently within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and they've decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and the small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in a culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way, but I've walked other paths. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was so passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battles scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster. Gorko, the Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Min is saying is that, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we don't really need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes, and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. Oh, that's what... You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua, but I was still a student at this school. Until one day, for some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you could find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Min, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite! Yes! We're getting in him. That's not what I meant. We're getting in his mind. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping into Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Is that little baby Colonel Sanders with a beard? Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. Not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy, both perhaps? Now you've got it. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? Reveal it. You decide that you're ready, as you'll ever be, to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in headfirst. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. What? No! Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Here, the fire. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I've never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. Can't you see him in the middle or something? You open the window a crack, and the ghost of student is swept out with a... Okay. Candle. A scented candle. You try and identify the smell. Is it gravy? Power tool. Freshly starched collar. Piece of wood floating in the lake. Summer of 69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. This. Whoa. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in colour. It's actually made of spun silver. You notice very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it just isn't realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was alive. Little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket's a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in a scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. Whoa, this isn't that kind of game. Not that we blame you for trying, but still. Game over. What?! Wait, did I just press give up? Well, holy moly. I love this song. They put so much effort into this. Holy. I think this is a good time to end the stream. I know we haven't been able to beat it or get to a satisfactory ending, but I'm not sure if you can tell, I am still recovering from a little bit of a sickness, and I apologize. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys another time, maybe even tomorrow night. Please follow me on Twitter to be updated, because I only have access to this YouTube channel on one device, so I don't always carry my computer with me. So please follow my Twitter, the link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, stay tuned for more.